How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.
Kolkata Knight Riders have had almost a week to put behind the failed chase of 112 against the Punjab Kings, but now a stern challenge awaits as they welcome Gujarat Titans, who have just displaced Delhi Capitals from the top of the IPL 2025 points table. What can we expect from this game at the Eden Gardens? Let's find out. On Maruti Suzuki Arena presents ESPN Cricinfo Timeout, where we have the company of Finch and Cheteshwar Pujara. Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. Let's start with KKR, and they come in on the back of that kind of a game. They've had some time off, but they've also had a season where they are yet to string together 2 wins on the bounce. What would they have done to regroup after that last game?
Well, I think they would have had a good hard look at themselves after that failed run chase. I mean, chasing 112, doesn't matter what the surface is, you back yourself in every single time to get that. There was some careless batting in that chase as well. But if you look back at the whole season so far, it's just been inconsistent. So what can they do in a week or so's break is you review it really hard and you probably give the players an opportunity to go away and have a good hard look at themselves. And then maybe it's a chance to give them some time off. The IPL is a high pressure environment, and sometimes you just need to decompress and get away from the game a little bit. And for some players that'll look different. Some players it'll be getting out of the hotel and going out for dinner and shopping and things like that. Other guys it might be getting out of the city and getting away. So I think it's important to give players a flexibility to be themselves in that period and recharge your batteries, because it is a long tournament, it's a hard tournament physically and mentally, so you have to be able to recharge at some point.
One of the areas in the spotlight for KKR is the top of the order. Their openers were so key to their success in 2024 when they lifted the title, but if you look at it halfway through, Puji, they've just not got those kind of returns. You look at Quinton de Kock, there's 143 runs so far, but 97 of them came in one innings. What do you think is ailing him?
Well, one is he's playing at a different venue. He needs to adapt to the conditions quickly. But he's a quality player. Look, I bank him that he will make a comeback. He's someone who will be one of the leading run scorers for them going forward. We are just halfway through the season, and there's a lot to come. So we can't be too critical about him because the way he has batted, he has enjoyed his success when he was playing at Wankhede. But this is a different surface where he's playing more home matches at Kolkata, and that surface doesn't suit him much. There's low bounce. The bounce isn't on the higher side. There's a little bit of turn as well at that venue. So he's just trying to figure out his own game, but he's matured enough. If you look at his record internationally and even in the IPL, it's phenomenal. So I'm sure that he will make a comeback.
So you wouldn't be considering the option of Ramanullah Gurbaz, who's on the bench and has spent some time here?
I don't think so. Not in place of Quinton de Kock.
Right. Now, when we look at Narayan, well, obviously you couldn't have expected the same volume of returns as last season. He's also, barring 1 or 2 innings, not had any kind of impact. Are you concerned?
Well, I think when you've got the option of picking your batting side and your bowling side and the impact sub, I think potentially if it doesn't start well for Narayan, then you make the switch. He goes back down to the lower order and you get a genuine opener. Maybe Rahane goes to the top. He's looked to be aggressive. So maybe that's a tactical tweak that they can look to make. I think teams are also bowling better at him now. I think last season teams were trying to defend Narayan. You can't afford to defend him because he slices it. He hits both sides of the wicket. You have to get him out. And teams have looked to bowl Yorkers, they've looked to bowl really straight and aggressive at him and not wait for him to make a mistake. They've been looking to be really proactive against him. So I think that's a change. Maybe you just look to get a genuine opener up to the top. I mean, even Venkatesh Iyer, he could go to the top of the order. He's had success there in the past. And to get him into the tournament, he's a player that needs to perform for them to play well. So maybe get him up the order and say, you know what, you have a crack with de Kock, and he's a good player of spin, so I wouldn't be bothered about 2 left-handers. They need to make a tweak, though.
Few options to consider. As Finchy points out, there's Venkatesh Iyer. Ajinkya Rahane actually has one of the best strike rates in the power play. He's gotten out just once, scored 100-plus runs. Yeah. If you were entertaining a change and dropping Narayan down, would you get Rahane or Venkatesh?
Not at this stage, because I still feel they have a good combination. They may not be, they haven't been very successful, but at the same time, that's a dangerous combination. Quinton de Kock and Sunil Narayan, if they get going, I mean, both of them, if they get going, then you can't stop them. So at this stage, I still feel it's the right combination because we are just halfway through the season. Rahane, who is someone who can stabilize the innings. He can play the anchor role as well if he wants to and if the need be. So I think he brings in that balance at number 3. So I wouldn't change that because it's just the way they've approached the innings which has costed them the game. It's not the combination. So they as a team, they might just have a look at the way they've approached the innings. There are times where they have been casual and they've lost wickets. But overall, I think the combination or the batting order is good enough at this stage.
The concern for me would be if you're playing a really high-risk game and you lose wickets, but you're still scoring 60, 70 in the power play, you can accept that. But the concern is that they're losing wickets and not scoring heavily. So it's almost like they're playing a lower risk game but still losing wickets. And that's a really difficult way to go about it in T20 cricket because you're not getting ahead of the game at any stage and you're putting a huge amount of pressure on your middle and lower order to get you out of trouble a lot. And I mean, Andre Russell's not been as effective as he has been in past years. So for me, I think I disagree with Pujara. I think that they do need to make a tactical tweak.
All right. And you have a study in contrast in their opponents because Gujarat Titans, the top 3 has been doing all the heavy lifting. 70% of the team's runs from Sai Sudarshan, Shubman Gill, Joss Butler, and they've got a win against who were the table toppers, chasing 200 plus. Finch, your thoughts on what you've seen from GT? Are they, for you, prime contenders for the playoffs?
Yeah, they are, absolutely. They're probably the team to beat at the moment. They've showed right throughout the template that they go with. It's not all-out aggression and recklessness at the top of the order. It's 2 guys, well, 3 guys if you include Joss, that just play what's in front of them. They don't try and overplay it. Sai Sudarshan is a wonderful player, square of the wicket, and he utilises that in the power play. Shubman Gill just goes about his game. I mean, he hits beautiful shots, almost plays a bit lower risk, but still manages to score at a high strike rate. So I think that they've got the balance perfect at the moment, particularly for the venue that they play at more often than not.
Yeah, there's yet to be a single game where one of GT's top 3 didn't bat till at least the 17th or 18th over or beyond. From a GT fan perspective, perhaps almost, are you almost hoping that 1 or 2 off games that can happen in a season happen in the next few games and not in the playoffs as it happened for the Sunrisers last year?
Yeah, I agree because, look, their middle order or lower middle order hasn't had a lot of time at the crease and they haven't been in a situation where they had to get the team out of the trouble. So I don't mind that happening. If it was supposed to happen, it should happen in next couple of games. And I'm guessing they'll be tested against quality KKR spin bowling because that is something which they haven't been tested so far. They have been playing on good pitches. They haven't played a lot of games on a slow pitch. KKR, I mean at Kolkata, the pitch might be on the slow side. There might be some turn as well. So it'll be interesting to see how they bat against them.
The last time Joss Butler was facing KKR at Eden Gardens, he was playing one of the all-time knocks in the IPL, but of course for Rajasthan Royals back then. How do you assess GT's bowling? Prasidh Krishna is top of the wicket charts. But the rest of them, Mohammad Siraj blowing hot and cold, Rashid Khan not having the best of times. Yeah,
well, Prasidh, he's got his pace back as well. He's getting bounce. He's been really aggressive, particularly through the middle overs where wickets are so important in T20 cricket. I think Siraj is somebody who is either like 3 for 20 or none for 40 plus. He just lacks that bit of consistency at times where if it's not his day with the ball, just find a way to be defensive, to look to get out of overs and almost play a selfless role with the ball. And Rashid, I mean, he hasn't been as effective as what he was when he played for Sunrisers, but people have played him for a lot longer now. They're picking him better. They're looking to be more aggressive against him too, which I think in the past teams were comfortable to sit on him and try and play around him.
Yeah.
Whereas now they're saying, you know what, we're coming after you. We're going to try and put the pressure back on him first up. So, but his game will evolve with that as well, and he'll come up with some plans. So I think overall, the way that they're playing, they're still playing good cricket, regardless of who's having a good day. They're still getting the job done, which is an impressive thing in T20 cricket.
Their best spinner so far, and arguably the second best bowler overall, is Sai Kishore.
I was coming to that because we haven't spoken enough about what he does and what he brings to the team. And he's someone who has evolved as a bowler, and he's not afraid to bowl in any situation. He bowled the last over in the last game.
Bowled it beautifully too.
Yeah, he did. And look, he's a courageous player. He he loves picking a wicket. Whenever he's bowling, his mindset is to pick a wicket. It's not to defend runs, and that makes him a great bowler. Also, his fitness levels are one of the best when it comes to spinners, and he's a great cricketer. He's someone who has worked hard on his game, and he has evolved as a player, and it's good to see some results there.
He's surprised by the usage, though. In the last couple of games, we've seen GT not go to him when there have been left-handers out in the middle.
Yeah, I mean, that can just be a match-up thing and a comfort thing. But the thing that strikes me about him is he looks like he's somebody who wants the ball.
Yeah.
Even when the ball's flying around the park, he gets it in his hand and he looks like he's under control all the time. And in T20 cricket, the ball can fly around. You can bowl unbelievably well and still get pumped around the park. But it feels like he understands what he's trying to do. He just executes, he backs himself and he wants the ball. And that's a huge thing for a bowler in T20 cricket, to really want those big moments.
All right. Thank you so much, Puji, Finchy, for setting up the game for us. Kolkata Knight Riders still searching for their 4th win. Will they get it, or will GT make it 6 wins out of 8?
How do I do it all? The Brezza gives me the power.